Okay, folks, I think this was in a paper bag with some clothing items. Let's see if I can make this one turn up a treat. Something I don't like, I really don't like, but I'm going to use it anyway, as I often do. Don't know how it's going to look. I'm not going to use that. Make it 400. Okay, let's see what we have here. With here, I think you could call it a rag doll. It's not my kind of thing. I don't like the face. It looks a bit sad. I don't know, I just don't like that style of eyelid. I've never liked that for some reason. There's something about... I hate dolls, period. I don't like dolls of any kind, pretty much. Just not a doll person, never have been and never will be. Kids love them, girls especially, usually girls, not always. Sometimes boys like them and that's okay, because a girl like me is... I'm not a rough and tumble type of a girl, but I do identify as a tomboy, but a gentle tomboy, doing tomboy things like wanting to redesign the photocopier from scratch. That's the biggest goal I have, and it's going to require a lot of STEM activities: science, technology, engineering and math. And it's going to be and this photocopier is going to be a real heavy industrial piece for as far as photocopiers go. So I really want to redesign the photocopier from scratch, and I'm just not interested in all this girly stuff like dolls and shit. I just don't have any liking for them. I never have, and probably, never will. Never will, folks. I'm just not a dolly person. Never been. My parents tried to buy dolls for me for Christmas and birthday or whatever it was, but they could never get me actually interested in them. The only thing I found interesting about one of my dolls was it was so big. It was the size of the thing that was really fascinating. But apart from that, I just didn't like it. Didn't like having a doll for birthday or Christmas or whatever it was that it was given. I just don't like dolls, and I just wish my parents could have respected that. That I just don't like fucking dolls. I just don't have any interest in that sort of thing. And I've never wanted, since I was a 10-year-old, I never wanted children. So having children I'm not interested in, and I can't anymore because I'm now post-menopause. I've had the blood tests, I've had my periods finished in January 2022. It is now April 2024. Well gone by now. So I just haven't had any interest in all this girly stuff. And I always wanted to be, since I was in high school, I wanted to be a photocopier technician. So I had all these interests in technical things, in all sorts of stuff like that. I'm not interested in much in girly things. I do like some girly things, but I don't have a use for them at the moment. And see how we go with this. But I just don't have any interest in dolls and shit. I just don't enjoy them. Dad built me a dollhouse and I never used it for dolls. It just used to sit there. Oh, shit, yeah. I pretended it was like a saddle. I put a pillow on it, I put paper on top of it and sat on it like it was in a horse riding position, but I never actually used it for what it was intended, and that was to have dolls in it. So I'm going to maybe use that, I do think. Yeah, I never used it in its intended manner. So goes to show, I found a new way of using it, a dollhouse. It's a wonder it didn't break, but I was only a kid, I was only little. Yeah, that fabric looks nice, interesting. I do wonder if maybe I should move it down a bit. But yeah, I just never really, dolls never stuck to me. I just hated receiving them. I remember my dad used to take us to these Christmas parties with his work, and we used to get presents given out, and the kids used to get presents, and one of the presents I got was an ornamental doll, and I wasn't impressed. I was not impressed. Didn't like it. Just wondering if I'm doing this right. But yeah, I just never liked dolls. It never grew on me. Yeah, it never really, I never grew attached to any of my dolls. I'm going to try something else. I don't know what to do with this one, folks, whether to make it a movement piece or a still piece. I'm going to try making it a movement piece. I knew this doll wasn't going to be an easy one. Yeah, look, shithouse. I actually think maybe we can go back to this one and use this as our master copy. But yeah, I really hate dolls. Oh, I can't stop saying that now, folks. Yeah, you can see I don't like it. I don't like fucking dolls. But, people, I guess when you're talking Christmas parties like my dad's work party, it's understandable that mostly that they give out gender specific or gender specific toys. Boys with trucks, girls with dolls, and that's just the way that it is. Because most girls and most boys play like that they do play in these stereotyped ways. Dolls for girls and cars or trucks for boys, for example. But it didn't work with me, I'm afraid. I never had the ability to adapt to this gender, I don't know what to call it, folks. Stereotyped. This gender stereotyped shit. I never had the ability to appreciate it because I just hated dolls and I hated girl things. I just hate girly things, folks. I don't think this one's going to turn out any good. This one's probably going to be a bum note. I do think. It's just one of these shitty ones that I had a feeling this one wasn't going to come off really well. I knew it was going to be a shit one. Just like hating dolls, period. Hating these stupid fucking pieces of shit toys. I don't even like toys. I gave up toys when I was 10 years old. I stopped wanting toys, maybe except for a pogo stick and stilts. I think I was still wanting them as a Christmas present. But apart from that, I just hated toys. I just went off toys when I was a 10-year-old. So I just decided no more toys. I became interested in glasswork. I wanted to make windows like what you could call stained glass windows, but without the paint, just the glass and the lead pieces to make a window, colourful. That was what I wanted to do when I was 10. I wasn't interested in fucking dumb toys. And this is curly as well as shithouse. This is really nasty one. This one didn't turn out very well. But, you know, you do get bum notes every now and then, and it's all curly to add to the chaos. Actually, it's probably better than I thought. Bar the curling. I think we can now call this demo quits.